boys and girls, it's day 1. Are you ready? I hope you are. So before we get into the lesson, make sure that you have watched the YouTube linked video on simple subjects and predicates. That is a prequel to this video, so make sure you watch it first. It has a lot of important information that I'm going to kind of be reviewing and discussing throughout this lesson. So we're going to get started. And every time you're working independently, you really want to focus on the instructions. So on part A, it says read each sentence, underline the complete subject, and circle the simple subject. So in the video, you learned that when you have a subject, you have a group of words. Within that complete subject that has some adjectives or describing words, some pronouns like he or she, you have the main subject, or what we call the simple subject. That simple subject is basically the noun of the sentence. So if I look at sentence number 1, my friend Alex watches the night sky from his window, we can see that my subject is my friend Alex. Okay? How do I know that? Because I can ask myself, well, who is watching the night sky? That would be Alex. Now, all of this would be my complete subject, but my simple subject is Alex. Now, why is finding the simple subject important? Well, if you are able to find that main noun, that main word that the sentence is about, then that helps you identify if you're having or creating a complete sentence. So I would go on to number 2. Alex's new telescope zooms in on Mars. Okay, I have 2 nouns here, Alex and telescope, but I have to think about what is zooming in on Mars? Well, it's not Alex, it's the telescope. So yes, Alex's new telescope is my complete subject, but my simple subject is only telescope. So when I'm looking at this sentence, I know that it does have a subject. So what did I do? First key point. 1, I need to read the sentence. Okay, once I read the sentence, I'm able to start getting my thinking skills going. I'm able to use some context clues. So step 2, I can ask myself, who or what is that sentence about? That is helping me find the subject. But if I can't find the subject right away, there's something else I can do. I can ask myself, what happened? So if I go back and I say, well, what was zooming in on Mars? What happened? It was the telescope. This is how we're identifying the 2 parts of a sentence, making sure our sentence is complete. So I'm going to guide you a little bit more on what your expectations are going to be. On number 3, my cousin Claire uses the telescope often too. So remember, we're only underlining the complete subject and we're circling just the simple subject. So think, who or what is this sentence about? If you're still not sure, look at what happened. Ask yourself, who did that? Oh, my cousin Claire. You're right. But my simple subject, my main noun, is Claire. Let's try another one. Number 4. The brightest star in the sky is extra bright tonight. So I read the sentence, and I'm going to say, okay, who or what is this sentence about? Well, it's talking about being extra bright tonight. That's what's happening. And what could be bright? Well, the star in the sky. So the brightest star in the sky is my complete subject. But the main noun, the main thing they're talking about is the star. All of these other words are awesome for adding details, but we have identified the simple subject, the main noun, the main subject of the sentence. Let's do one more. You ready? Claire finds the North Star easily. Think about it. Who is this sentence about? What's happening in the sentence? Who's doing what is happening in the sentence? Well, someone's finding the North Star easily. It's Claire. That's only one word, so it is my complete subject, but it's also my simple subject. So as you go on through this independent work, you're going to continue to work with simple subjects, the main nouns that complete a sentence. But remember, to know the simple subject, you have to also know what is that whole sentence talking about. Who or what is the subject of that sentence? You might find a complete part, and in that part, you're identifying that main noun, that main subject. Now this lesson is a review, so there's 2 parts to it. Every sentence has 2 parts. Do you remember? You should know this. Think about it. Yes, subject and predicate. If you said that, good job, boys and girls. So let's go to the back to our second part of this lesson. You're going to notice it's very simple. Sorry, not simple. Well, it is simple, but it's very similar to the first part. So again, we're going to read each sentence. We're going to underline now the complete predicate, and we're going to write the simple predicate on the line. So my simple predicate would be my verb. Okay? Before, when we were talking about the subject, we're mostly focusing on the noun, on the person, place, or thing. And now we're focusing on the verb. That part will be in your complete predicate. So again, I'm still going to use my same key points. I need to read the sentence. Then I need to ask myself, what happened? Now I'm focusing with the predicate first. But if I still can't find out what happened, I am finding out who or what the sentence is about. And I can say, well, what did they do? So on number 1, Ramon and his friend Nico hiked in the woods. I would look at this part and say, okay, what happened here? Well, I'm noticing there's some people and they are hiking in the woods. So that is my complete predicate. So then when I look at this, I look for my verb. What is the action word that I'm looking for? So I know they hiked into the woods, so that's telling me where they did an action. But if I look at hiked, that's my simple predicate. That's my verb. So I would write it on the line with my best handwriting. Look at number 2. They left their bug spray at home by mistake. Okay, that's talking about some people. They did something. They left their bug spray at home by mistake. But my simple predicate, my verb, is left. That's the action that they did. So as I go through the sentences, I'm going to continue to read the sentence. I'm going to find out and ask what happened, ask who or what the sentence is about. So let's go on to number 3. Mosquitoes buzzed all around them. So think, what's happening? Yes, the mosquitoes buzzed all around them. But my simple predicate, my action word, think about it. Yes, it's buzzed. So I write it on the line. Remember, your best handwriting. Number 4, Ramon and Nico changed their plans quickly. So I read the sentence. Okay, I'm going to ask, what happened? Well, I see they changed their plans quickly. Talking about Ramon and Nico did that. But I need to know my exact simple predicate, and that's changed. And I think you're ready to move on. So, let's review. You need to read the sentence. Start getting your thinking skills going. Think about your context clues, asking yourself questions like what happened, who or what the sentence is about, what did they do. This is going to help you find both parts of a sentence, a subject and a predicate. We put them together, it makes a complete sentence. So you're going to continue with all parts that are labeled independent. There's some extra practice to challenge your brain, and you will then complete your exit ticket and submit it to me either on Teams or through taking a picture and sending it through our Teams chat, private chats, or through Class Dojo. I am super proud of you. I know you're going to do awesome. There is some files that I posted in the files tab at the top of our classroom. Make sure you check those out on week 1. They have some great anchor charts. I also gave you a really helpful presentation that helps you review subjects and predicates and making a complete sentence in case that's something you want to review. So use those anchor charts, use those extra tools to help you. Use those key points that we talked about. Okay? Write those down. They will help you through the rest of the independent practice and your exit ticket. I wish you all the luck. I'll see you tomorrow. I hope you have an awesome day. Remember to go outside and get some sunshine. Good job, boys and girls.